Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Muba Mehreen. I welcome you all on behalf of AFAQ online learning platform for new Sun series Grade 1 Unit 2 Mathematics. The target audience of this video is students, teachers and parents as well. Before moving towards the lesson, I want to tell you that what makes AFAQ unique. This is the planning. Planning is the key of success. Without planning, we cannot complete our curriculum in required time. So for this, AFAQ has developed the academic calendar, and this academic calendar is divided into 3 periodic terms. Each periodic term consists of 2 periodic units, and each periodic unit consists of 6 weeks, in which 5 weeks is allocated to learning and teaching and 1 week is for assessment. It's the beginning of week 3. Let's see the exercises. In the unit 2 week 3, we are going to cover these SLOs and these concepts. Week 3 is divided in the 7 lessons plan for the guidance of the teachers. It's an activity time. Let's see the activity. In this SLO, we are going to match objects having one-to-one correspondence. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP1, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 1. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to match objects having one-to-one correspondence. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP2, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 2. Let's read about the one-to-one correspondence. You have to see the objects here. Here are sharpeners, here are the pencils. So, you have to match one-to-one correspondence, like this sharpener with this pencil, this sharpener with this pencil, then this, and here is no sharpener. So, we comes to know that these items are less than these items. So, you have to write here less and more here. Let's see the exercise about one-to-one correspondence. So, students, you have to solve this question. Match the objects one-to-one correspondence, then write less or more. So, solve this exercise by your own on the basis of the concept we discussed in the previous lecture. It's an activity time. Let's see the activity. Compare 2 or more groups of objects in terms of number. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP3, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 2. It's an activity time. Here we have to compare 2 or more groups of objects in terms of number. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP4, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 3. In this slide, we are going to compare objects. Let's compare groups of objects below. Here is group A and here is group B. Group A consists of 5 birds and group B consists of 8 birds. What we get from this? We get 8 is more than 5 or 5 is less than 8. So, 8 is 3 more than 5 or 5 is less than 8. So, I hope you understood this comparing objects. Here we have a question. Count and write the number of the objects and fill in the blanks. You have to count these balls and write number here. Then you have to count these balls and write number here. So, we will count and the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 10 is here and these balls are 12. So, what we have information from here? We have 12 is 2 more than 10 and 10 is 2 less than 12. So, solve the remaining question by your own. It's an activity time. In this SLO, we are going to recall the concepts of the whole unit. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP5, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 4. Okay students, here are some important information. In this lecture, we have discussed forward, backward, increasing order, decreasing order, comparison, before, after, greatest and smallest. So, you have to solve these questions by your own under the presence of your parents or teacher. It's an activity time. In this SLO, we are going to recall the concepts of whole unit. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP6, which falls in Term 1 Unit 2 Week 3 of Day 4. Okay, here is a question. Count and write the numbers in words. What you have to do, you have to count these animals and write the number in boxes like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to write here 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chicks. So you have to write 6 here. It is the question of ordinal numbers. You remember, I think you remember. Okay, on page number 48, there is a question, read and draw. What you have to do in it? Here it is written 6 red balloons. You have to draw 6 balloons here, then fill the color with red. And here you have to draw 2 green apples. Draw 2 apples and color with green. So do the rest of the activity by your own. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. Recall the concepts of the whole unit. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 7, which falls in term 1, unit 2, week 3 of day 5. Here is a question of you have to complete the given sequence. Here is written 25 and you have to fill these boxes. So complete the sequence. You know that after 25, what is the number? It's 26. Yes. Then you write 27, then 28, 29, 30, 31. So in part number B, 78 is given. You have to write the numbers which comes after 78, which is 79, 80, 81 and so on. So do the question by your own. On page number 49, here is a question, what number comes before, after and between. So you have to fill with these boxes. Here you have to write before numbers. Here you have to write before numbers. In this question you have to write after number, and in this question you have to write in between. And what is the question about? Circle the 8th apple from the left to right. So count from left. My left is here. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to circle this apple like this. So solve the remaining question by your own. Okay, it's the beginning of week 4. Let's see what we have in week 4. In unit 2, week 4, we are going to cover these SLOs and these concepts. In week 4, it is divided into 7 lessons for the ease of the teachers. Now in unit 2, we are going to discuss about the addition and we are going to cover these SLOs. It's an activity time. Let's see what activity is about. In this SLO, we are going to recall the concept of addition. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 1, which falls in term 1, unit 2, week 4 of day 1. On page number 50, here is a question. Look at the picture. 5 birds are sitting and 2 are flying. What is the total number of the birds? Let's count the birds with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 7. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to compare numbers from 1 to 20 to identify how much more one is from another. To cover this, the methodology has been given in DLP 2, which falls in term 1, unit 2, week 4 of day 2. On page number 51, here is a question. We can find how much one number is more than the other. Let's count forward from 6 to 9. From here to here, it's 1. From here to here, it's 2. From here to here, it's 3. This shows that 9 is 3 more than 6. So you have to write the sequence of these numbers, compare the following numbers and write how much more one is than the other. So 7 to 8 is 1, 8 to 9 is 2, 9 to 10 is 3 and so on. So we will have the 7. 14 is 7 more than 7. I hope you understood this concept and solve the remaining question by your own. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to recognize and use symbols of plus and equality. Add two one-digit number and sum up to 9. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 3, which falls in term 1, unit 2, week 4 of day 2. Here is the addition of one-digit number. There are 6 blue boxes and 3 pink blocks. How many blocks are there in together? We have to add both numbers. So Here are the blue boxes 6, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have pink blocks 3, 1, 2, 3. What we have to do, we have to add these both numbers to get the result. So it's become 9. The total number of the blocks is 9. Count the objects and write the correct number, then add using plus and equal to in the boxes. You have to count these animals and write in this box, and then you have to put the symbol of addition here. Then you have to count this and write the number here. Then you have to place the symbol of equality here, and then you have to add both these numbers to get the result. So solve this question by your own under the presence of your parents or teacher. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to add two one-digit numbers, sum up to 9. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 4, which falls in Term 1, Unit 2, Week 4 of Day 3. On page number 52, we have let's count the fishes. So count this fish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write 5 here. Then 1, 2, 2 is here. Then the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write 7 here. We can also write it in the vertical order like this by placing plus sign on the left side. Page number 53 and 54, we have to count and add these objects. So we are going to count these objects and then these objects and write the number here in the boxes. Then you have to write the symbol of addition here and equality symbol here, and when we get result, we are going to write it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7 objects. So you have to write this 7 number here, and you can also write this form of addition in the vertical order. So solve the remaining of the exercise by your own. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to add two one-digit numbers, sum up to 9. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 5, which falls in Term 1, Unit 2, Week 4 of Day 4. Again, it's a question of addition here. You have to count these balls and write number here. Then you have to count these balls and write number here. We have to add both numbers. Then what we will get? We will get this result, which is 8. And we can also present this addition sum in the vertical form. I hope you understood this concept of addition. Add and write the correct answer. You have to solve these sums of the additions by your own. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the activity. In this SLO, we are going to add a 2-digit number to a 1-digit number. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 6, which falls in Term 1, Unit 2, Week 4 of Day 4. On page number 55, here is addition of 2 digits number to 1-digit number. Let's read the question. It's a statement question here. Whenever there is a statement question, you have to read it very carefully. Asma has 23 beads in red color and 5 beads in blue color. How many beads does she have in all? First, you have to divide the statement into two parts. One, given information, and second, what you have to find. So the given information is like this. Red beads is equal to 23, blue beads is equal to 5. Now what we want total beads. So the answer is 28. We have to add this both numbers. So in addition, there is a rule. Start from the right side, then add ones in a ones and tens in a tens. So we will get the answer 28. I hope you understood the concept of the addition. On page number 56, the exercise is given. You have to solve this exercise by your own under the presence of your parents or teacher. It's an activity time. Let's move towards the other concept. In this SLO, we are going to add a 2-digit number to a 1-digit number. To cover this, the methodology has been provided in DLP 7, which falls in Term 1, Unit 2, Week 4 of Day 5. On page number 56, we have the addition sums here. So students, you have to solve these sums by your own on the basis of the methodology we discussed in the previous lecture. It's a beginning of Week 5. Week 5 is a week of revision and the practice. In week 5, the revision SLOs is provided to you and we are going to cover these all concepts. Week 5 is also divided into 7 lessons plans for the guidance of the teachers. In week 5, DLPs is provided for the guidance of the teachers and parents, and here are also worksheets provided for the sake of practice. When students do more practice, they will get the grip on the concepts. So, do practice on the worksheets. It will help you a lot in the time of the assessments. You will get good marks. I hope you understood all the lessons we discussed in the previous lecture. We will meet in the next video inshallah. Until then, Allah Hafiz, take care.